Hey, I'm Mark, and today we're introducing a new hen to the flock. I've got her in a cage separate and trying to see if they'll get along a little bit. What I'm going to do is totally rearrange their run out here, move some of the toys, or furniture if you want to call it that, some of the logs and stuff that they climb on, and add a few things. And then when I put them all in there at the same time together, it's new to all of them. So we'll keep checking in on her all during the day and see how she does. Well, it's been about an hour. I threw a little feed out for her in the cage, and some spilled out around it, and they seem to be getting along, so we're going to let her out here in a little while. I'm going to add a new climbing feature for them. Got some rough bark on this side. I'm going to get rid of this one. This one's a little slippery. Now the next thing I want to do is put out some diatomaceous earth in case she has any worms or anything. I'm going to put some in their water and their feed, and I'll just sprinkle it everywhere in the run here before I introduce her in here. Well, I got her in the run by herself. I've added some new features and also added one new roosting bar up high, and I'm going to let in a few of the other chickens and see how they do. Well, she's in there with a few of the other ones, and they don't even seem to be paying her any mind whatsoever. Let's see how she does with the rooster. Well, it's been a couple of hours, and she is just one of the flock now. They have not paid her any mind whatsoever. She's yet to be out of the run on her own. I'll come and check on her every once in a while, and well, she's adapted well. I don't think they even noticed her. This method works every time. If you just introduce new stuff to all of them, then it's new to all of them, and they pay no mind to the new one. If you're doing more than one chicken, if you're doing a whole bunch, what I usually do is just open up a whole new area to them, and I kind of fence them off and let them all introduce themselves to each other in a whole new area for a few hours, and then let them back into their normal area, and they all get along. Well, we'll check on her tonight and see where she ends up roosting. Well, it's late in the evening. She still hadn't had any trouble with any of the other ones. I was going to tell you another thing. If I was going to introduce like a dozen or so chickens more, what I would do is I would take and move the food and the water, and I would hang it on the other side, and then move all the roosting bars and use all new material and remake the roosting bars on this side. And the same as inside the coop, I would move the nesting boxes from one wall to the other. They just hang on the wall. And the roosting bars, again, I would use all new material and just go from one side to the other. That way the whole thing is new to everybody. Now, the new chicken did lay an egg today. Let me show it to you. Wasn't expecting that. And it's not the color of any of my other ones. It's a little different color than they usually get. White, brown, or this turquoise color, and this is kind of a light purple. So that came from her today, a little small, but well, we're going to check on her right around dark and see if we have any trouble. If a lot of people will take their new chickens, their new hens, and just bring them in at night and set them on the roosting bars and then keep their fingers crossed in the morning. I've tried that before, and it works for night, but in the morning when they wake up and they see each other, they start fighting. So I'd rather put them together in the morning in a whole new area and rearrange the coop. You can even take and till the ground in the run area, have everything new looking. And then when they all come in, it's they pay no attention to the new hens, and it's new to all of them. Well, it's real close to dark, and all the other chickens have already put themselves up, except her. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on her. I may have to put her on, actually physically put her on the new roost. We'll see. She just went in. Let's see if she'll find her way up on the roost. I'm trying to hide behind a tree. See if she'll naturally do it. Well, she found her way onto the roosting bar. She's on the bottom one. You can see the pecking order. If y'all can see them all up in the rafters. And there's a bunch in the coop as well. She's the low one on the totem pole for now. Well, I'll check on her in the morning. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope these tips help.